Hey everyone, Amy here from Revitalized RX. Are your calves tighter than a pair of skinny jeans? If so, I'm going to be sharing a simple but highly effective technique to eliminate this calf tightness. This is going to be beneficial for those of you with foot pain, calf tightness, knee pain, and even pelvic, hip, and back tightness. Just grab your foam roller and come on and give it a try with me. We want to grab your foam roller. I'm going to be using my shorty, and we are going to start with the lower leg. Now, we do have two calf muscles. Most people don't realize this. They think we just have that big gastrocnemius, that big calf muscle, but we actually have a muscle that is deeper underneath there. So our big calf muscle is going to be up here. We are going to be addressing that. But then where our Achilles tendon is, right down in this bottom, to each side of it, we are going to be able to access an area that is also our calf that is called our soleus. So that's what we're going to be doing first. So we will be sitting up. Bring that foam roller right towards where the heel is, where that Achilles tendon joins in. Now we're going to be able to have 3 different positions for accessing the soleus. Let's do our left side first if you can, so that I can guide you the same. First position is we can turn our foot slightly inward. The second position is we can turn it fully inward, or we can take and do a slight outward turn. So what I'm going to encourage you to do is on that left side, I want you just to let's start slightly out and go ahead and start to bend the knee and then straighten it. And I just want you to start to notice what this feels like. Is there anywhere that is sore? Is there anywhere that's tender? So do that about 3-4 times. And then I'm going to have you come slightly inward. I want you to do the same thing. Just bend that knee, straighten it, and we're basically just assessing at this point. And then do 3 to 4 going up and down in that region. And then roll your leg all the way in and do the same thing, bending that knee and straightening it. Which one elicited more sensation for you? For me, it's all the way in. So that's the position I'm going to do. So I'm going to encourage you to choose the position that you felt a little bit more sensation. The technique will be the exact same, so I won't be guiding you any differently in this position versus what you choose. But what we're going to start to do is sometimes just the weight of that leg on the foam roller is enough. If you're already feeling medium intensity or less, it's probably enough. If you're not feeling much, you want a little bit more, you can take that opposite leg and place it on top. That's going to weight it down. It's going to give you more weight. Today on my left side, I am not going to be doing that. So now what we want to do is we want to slowly roll that foam roller up and down, finding an area that we meet a little bit of resistance. When we meet that resistance, now here's where our breath comes into play. We're going to breathe into that area, focusing on allowing that area to soften. And then we can also do ankle circles. So do about 4 ankle circles in each direction when you find that restriction, and then go the opposite way. And then we can do something called mashing, where we're doing cross fiber, where we are rotating over that area. At that point, when you're in that area, it should feel now less. So now we can kind of go up and down again, find that next area that's a little bit tight, that's restricted. Repeat the same process. Breathe into that area. Do some ankle circles, 4 in each direction. And if you choose, you can rotate between inward and outward a few times. That's doing cross fiber, more mashing. And then we can roll up and down again. Now, if you notice, I have pressure on my hands, but I'm not lifting my butt up. There's not a lot of resistance into my hands. Majority of the weight is right here on the foam roller. Now with the soleus, the muscle belly will start about a third to a half of the way up. So we want to stay down below in this area. We don't want to get up in the upper part. Otherwise, we are getting into our gastroc, which we will be doing in a moment. So let's go ahead and find one more spot on that lower leg. Bending and straightening the knee, find that spot. Breathe into it, do some ankle circles. And then roll in and out. Good. Now we're going to move up to the big muscle belly, the gastroc. We've got 2 positions, so we are going to move up into our upper half of our calf. Most important thing is please do not roll directly behind the knee. We are going to stay below the knee, between halfway through the lower leg and just in that upper lower leg. So our 2 positions, let's go ahead and do the right side first, is we can be inward or we can be outward. So let's go ahead and assess being outward first. Again, same exact technique. We are going to roll, bend that knee, straighten it. We're assessing at this point, finding where we are most restricted. Once you find that spot, let's go ahead and treat in that area. So mine is inward again. And so I am going to just go ahead and straighten and bend in slight movements, finding that area of restriction. Now again, this one is not as tight for me, so I can choose to have that leg on top to add a little bit of weight and pressure. If it is pretty tender for you, I would encourage not to do that. Then we're going to do our ankle circles, and then ankle circles in the opposite direction. And then we can do our fancy little mashing. And then find that next area of restriction. Once you find it, breathe into it, do your ankle circles, and then the opposite direction. The thing I love about foam rolling is it really is just allowing us to be very playful, finding those areas that are most restricted for us and being able to treat them. No 2 people will be the same, so you want to just play around, find that spot that is most tender for you or sore, and let's treat it. Let's break up those adhesions. And then we can do some more of our traditional myofascial stretching. Perfect. Let's go ahead and find one more spot in there. And even when you're doing the mashing, ooh, that one's pretty tight on me. Even when you're doing the mashing, you may find some really sore and tight spots. So you can then isolate in those areas with the technique that we're utilizing. You don't always have to stay rolled in or rolled out. Once you find that area of restriction, it's okay to switch it up. Perfect. If you found this video helpful, I would love for you to give us a thumbs up, subscribe to our channel. Thank you so much for tuning in, and stay tuned for more videos.